How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? This is Mecha Wrestling, and welcome back to some WWE Pandemonium. Just gonna say before we start this that we have dropped down from national to cult, so popularity may not go up, or at least the company popularity won't go up. I don't know how it works really when you drop down from national to cult, if anything if that changes, but let's just get into the show. In an abysmal pre-show match, Mercedes Martinez, who we literally signed, before Money in the Bank, which is only just making a debut now, defeated Lana in 11 minutes with Fisherman Brainbuster. And she got Mercedes Martinez's gimmick of no gimmick needed and getting them in above average. But Mercedes and Lana don't click, so it made the bout awkward. Mercedes got a 20, Lana got a 20. What can you really say about that? I just basically brought in Mercedes because I needed more faces on the Smackdown brand. So yeah, that's the thing. When Lana's just getting penalized for pretty much just her being crap. I'm probably not going to use her again, but I think I'll just job Lana out. Like, she's just managing, most of the time she's just managing Rusev. Like, when she's managing Rusev, she gets good ratings. But besides that, she isn't that great. Anyway, this match got 21E minus, and this is not the only match on the pre-show. As you know, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. In the terrible pre-show match, Aleister Black defeated Mustafa Ali, Shelton Benjamin, and Aiden English when Aleister Black defeated English by pinfall with a black mass. And Aleister got 33, Mustafa Ali got 30, Shelton got 40, and Aiden English got 34. Not too bad. I just wanted to see how all these guys would do on the pre-show. I think have I got Ricochet still, or is he on Raw? I will have to check the roster after this, but he got 30 D minus, and Mustafa Ali's getting a negative crowd reaction. I don't know why that is actually. And Shelton's declining, so that's also something to take into consideration. Might just have him. I wouldn't have him job necessarily, but it will be like something to be like maybe use him sparingly, just on guys that you know have got decent in-ring skills and that can basically make them look better. Anyway, this got 38 D minus, but with that being said, let's get on to the main show. Kevin Owens is backstage arguing with AJ, basically talking about how they should really be the number one contender for WWE Championship. Triple H basically finds out what's going on, and he decides that he's going to book them in a match against each other at Backlash to determine the number one contender for the WWE Championship. Because at this point, I think that Drew will be going for the championship again. Brilliant. Got the crowd hotter, and the storyline fight until the house burns down has started with this segment. Got an 87 B plus, and the announcing works is getting penalized, but like this can get better, I think, and everyone's getting bonuses for improvisation. Get an 87 B plus, decent start to the show. Wait, can I do it? I might actually do that now, actually. Because as you can see, Backlash is the next pay-per-view. And Kevin Owens, I never do this mid-episode, but I just felt like it's needed since we have just established it in this segment. But anyway, that match sorted. In a terrible match, Sonya defeated Madison Lane via pinfall. When Sonya got 35, Madison Lane got 35, and he got 36 D plus, not D plus, D minus. It's not too bad. No improvements there, but it called the crowd a little bit. But it's just getting both from on TV. You got Face and Madison Lane. You got Sonya, who's just the women's Money in the Bank holder. So yeah, that's something that happened, and we're gonna see if there's anything happened after this match. If Sonya's done anything, or if she's just gonna let it go free. After the match, Madison Lane offers to shake the hand of Sonya, who just basically attacks her with the briefcase after the match. It's just a case of like Sonya does not respect Madison Lane, even though all the stuff she's done across the wrestling world. Getting a 30 plus, it's not great, but like they're getting. I think Sonya will be getting more over as this series goes on. Hopefully, she's a bit more over before she cashes in Money in the Bank because she's definitely cashing in at some point, but I just don't know when. But anyway, let's see what's going on with this next segment. When Randy's in a dark room beside the table that pans over to reveal a demonic face paint of Finn covering it. Bryn, do you really think this little game of ours is over, Balor? Do you think that even with a potential new contender being added to the hunt, it's going to make me forget? No. At Backlash, I fully intend to capture what is truly mine, the Intercontinental Championship. Randy just felt like he was screwed over during the match. He might have just had a leg under the rope, and and then he put Balor through the tables. So he's basically making a point that if he's fighting Finn, he wants him in a tables match. Well, the Demon Hunt storyline has advanced and gained heat, getting a 60 overall. Randy was poor when improvisation. I think if he improvised better, this segment would have got a better rating. Weren't any improvements, and yeah, there was a penalization for Randy just not improvising well. But yeah, we're basically establishing that Randy's not done with Balor. And moving on to the next segment. In a bout that had subpar wrestling and little heat, Asuka defeated Kairi Sane by submission with Asuka Log. Asuka got 56, Kairi got 34, and Kairi's actually getting better at the gimmick. I don't know what gimmick she's got, but he got 47D, so it's not too bad. Kairi's improving technical, even though she's not technically on the main roster. I literally just brought it up as a little test thing from developmental. So with like you may see this happen a bit more often, where I'll bring someone up on the main roster to maybe job them out, but just it gives them the idea of like if they're like on par with the rest of the competition. Like for example, if I could bring Kairi up now, but her English is not great, so I would have to pair with a mouthpiece. But it was decent. It was a decent result, and it was an odd face combination, but it is what it is, and yeah, Asuka has made her first match as SmackDown Women's Champion. Right, Asuka is celebrating a victory over Kairi Sane when Charlotte Flair interrupts. Do you really think that you have a valid claim to my throne? You didn't even make me submit at Money in the Bank. Instead, weaseled your way to Sasha Banks and made her pass out. I will be coming for that championship, and one way or another, you will be losing that SmackDown Women's Championship at Backlash. It's got 49D plus. It lost heat, but like that's just because of popular. I think it's due to popularity, not the overness of each superstar. So that's obviously going to limit stuff. And I think some people will be getting like better popularity, even though it's not hurting them too much. Like it's getting like people are getting good gimmicks and like it's been done to a hot crowd. But the women's roster is going to get improved, but I don't know how long it would take me to really boost that to the next level. But yeah, that was an okay-ish segment. Moving on to the next one. In a decent match, Andrade Almas defeated Rey Mysterio in 11 minutes 29 with a La Sombra. Andrade was off his game. We're getting him a 53 and Rey got a 73. Demon Hunt storyline has advanced this segment, and the story of Rey Mysterio has advanced this segment as well. I think there was a not. Yeah, there was a no. Basically, Rey Mysterio did get distracted by the Miz for the finish. This match basically determined who would be the number one contender for the IC belt. So even though Randy has declared that he does want for the next pay-per-view, he might have some trouble because Andrade's put up quite a good performance despite him being off his game this match. Got a 69C plus. It's not too bad at all. Moving on to this next segment, will The Miz do anything after the match? Did I not write? Apparently, I didn't write anything. That's a first. Basically, Miz is standing over the fallen Rey Mysterio and just is basically taunting him because he's lost his opportunity for the IC belt. Like that, I've never done that before, where I've just completely forgot to write the angle out. But it shows that I put Miz and Maurice back together, and the storyline has advanced again to 64C. Yeah, like that's the news. I don't know if I just forgot to do any commentary. I'm guessing I forgot to do commentary, but hopefully that will never happen again whilst this is a thing. Anyway, let's see what's going on with the rest of the show. I think this might be the main event. No, it's not. In a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, the Money in the Bank holder Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Kevin Owens by the pinfall when he got a handful of the tights. But Owens got a 67, Nakamura got a 67, and they got a 67C plus. And Kevin Owens is improving in technicals, so not too shabby. Not too shabby to say that these two haven't really wrestled that much. But it showed in the Money in the Bank that they were getting the higher ratings alongside like Sami Zayn, so it's not too bad. Wherein Shinsuke's picking up some momentum despite doing it in a dirty manner, but it is what it is. When Kevin Owens is then attacked by Shinsuke and what is saved by AJ Styles when he comes in to drive off Nakamura, eventually hitting a Styles clash on Nakamura and helping Owens to his feet. The fight until the house burns down has advanced lost heat. Got a 73B minus, and yeah, that was probably a decent segment. But Owens and Styles are showing each other some respect, and who knows, maybe this will be a quality match at Backlash. Anyway, I think this might be the main event. It should be the main event. If not, I've completely forgot my card. Yeah, the main event package is playing is Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston, rematch from WrestleMania 35, getting a 69C plus. And I reckon this main event, there's not been much heat alongside this match, but I think they've got enough about them to get a decent rating. I think this will be a 75. I reckon this will be a 75 match. 70. In about that great heat and good wrestling, Daniel Bryan defeated Kofi Kingston by submission with the bell lock after interference from Drew McIntyre. When Kofi Kingston got a 67, Daniel Bryan got a 68. Estimation the New Day has advanced, and Xavier Woods did decent work at ringside. Kofi Kingston's improved in Rumble, and there was some inconsistency in people holding back. But I think this has been a pretty good main event. It's been a good show, actually. Like, better than what I'd expect from most shows that I've done on this series. I think I've gone on a bit too long with some stuff, but I think that's just because of this being a longer show. But I think there's one more segment and this is the show done. When Drew McIntyre and Kofi are brawling after the main event, has taken place, with McIntyre looking very intimidating. I reckon this is going to get a 70 something because the main event got a solid rating and this ending segment got a decent rating as well. Plus, like, you got all the other stuff being added up. So I think this is going to get a 72. Hopefully, I'm right. 74. And it lost its popularity. Why did it lose its popularity, though? That's confusing. I don't know if it's because of like it doesn't let me gain any popularity. I'm not completely sure, but this has been a pretty decent show. When Owens and Styles have got a match booked for Backlash to see who the number one contender will be. When Shinsuke's getting some momentum, Miz is basically fighting Mysterio, and Andrade is the new number 1 contendership for the IC belt. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen here today. If you have, let me know in the comment section what you think. Like the video if you've enjoyed what you've seen. But until next time, this has been Mecha Wrestling, and goodbye.